What is worth every penny? A really comfortable desk chair. If it's something you're going to be sitting in for hours a day, spending a little extra on a chair is well worth it. If it separates you from the ground, spend the extra money on it, i.e. shoes, car, bed, chairs, planes, etc. Change car to tires. You can drive a wreck, but so long as you have good tires, and I guess brakes and suspension, you're safer. Add socks to the list as well. A good mattress. I bought an inexpensive foam mattress, and I'm experiencing tingling in my arms. Now I know why some mattresses are more expensive than others. What does the tingling mean? Blackout curtains for your bedroom. You don't realize how much light interferes with your sleep until you block out all the light. As someone who could sleep competitively, they are just too dangerous. Without the sun to rouse me, I'll easily sleep for 12 hours straight. Through alarms, people talking to me, kids jumping on me, and one time, an earthquake. Pair it with sunrise simulating lights. I use UV light strip. It gradually gets brighter until maximum brightness at the time of my alarm. A braided charging cable to replace the non-braided type. No more tears. True, I didn't know a cable could stop me crying at night. Wooden hangers. I swear to God it's like living at Nordstrom's. And they last forever. I have used wooden hangers for years. Try the black felt hangers as well. Still looks classy, but the traction stops large opening shirts from sliding off. My wife likes the wood, and I like the felt. We never have to worry about stealing each other's hangers. My wife likes the wood edit. Thanks for the gold. Paying more in rent to live without roommates. I own my home, but my roommate is basically free money. He just quietly sits in his room and plays video games all the time. I run into him a couple times a week in the kitchen and remember he lives here. Other than that, basically the only evidence that he is here is his car in the driveway. Having a lodger pay your mortgage is an underutilized option for most first home buyers. Good work boots. 2 pairs of good work boots. Alternate them. I accidentally wore one boot from 2 different pairs for 6 months. So now I have to keep wearing mismatched boots because of wear. They are both Under Armour, so the difference is minimal. That's the end of the story. No big finish. Good pair of shoes. I took up running recently because you can do it without a gym, which is where I had previously done my workouts in the before times. I ran in sneakers for a while. Running shoes made the biggest difference in the world. I don't feel the high impact of the pavement anymore and my legs are never sore. And on the website where I bought them, they had you do little exercises and observations of your walking to tell you which type of running shoes were best. What website was it? Light blocking curtains. Got them when I had to work 3rd shift for a few months. Will never go back. They truly live up to their name. No matter how bright it is outside, it is like 2 AM on a moonless night in my bedroom. Or be lazy like me and use a sleeping bag hanged up like a curtain. Anything that saves me time, makes my life easier, and does shit I don't want to do. For example, my Roomba. I just got a robot vacuum recently, currently looking into whether it's legal to marry it. I'm in love. 3. A Roomba would commit suicide in my house. A good pair of running shoes. My legs and feet hurt so badly when I first started. Someone convinced me to buy a nice pair of running shoes, and I was blown away. First run was heaven and no pain. Any brand you recommend? Get fitted. Don't buy based on brand. Every running oriented shoe company will have multiple lines of products for different runners. Someone with a high arch will wear a different shoe than someone with flat feet. Neutral runners will need different support than overpronators. Brooks, Asics, Mizuno, Nike, Saucony, New Balance, etc. are all going to have options for every type of runner. When I was about 10 years old, my parents and I were in our backyard clearing out a ton of weeds that had gotten out of hand. I had trouble focusing because our next door neighbor had this really adorable puppy and all I wanted to do was play with him. We found out that they were actually going to take him to an animal shelter because their son was not taking care of him like he promised. I decided to ask my parents if maybe we could get him instead. I was an only child and never really have anyone to play with unless a friend would come over, and the thought of having a puppy to play with whenever I wanted to was great. My parents agreed, and our neighbors offered to sell him to us for $20, which is really cheap for a dog when you think about it, but a lot of money for a kid. I had that saved up and immediately agreed and promised I'd care for him and love him forever. So he became my puppy and like a brother. After a few days of debating, I named him Snoopy. Snoopy became my closest friend. He made me laugh, played with me, and would just hang out and watch TV with me. He was always there for me, especially through some tough times in my life where I was extremely self-destructive. He saved me from myself. He was there at my side through tough breakups where all I ever wanted to do was lay in bed. He was an amazing friend. He was there to see me graduate 8th grade, high school, and college. I hoped he would be there on the day I got married and maybe be around for when I had kids. But unfortunately, as much as we wish for things, sometimes they don't happen. This link, imgur.com/wrestliac1 JPG /Zaz0 is the first picture of I have of us together, and /Zaz0 left square bracket this link, imgur.com/GM9MyIO JPG /Zaz0 is the last. He died 5 years ago after being by my side for almost 17 years. That little ball of fur in the first picture made such a huge impact on my life, bringing me years of happiness, friendship, and love. Definitely the best purchase I have ever made, and worth every penny and more. I remember reading this story previously, always a nice story to read. Same. Was about to say this sounded familiar. Then I saw the photos. Laser printer. Especially one of the old ones. Those things were built like tanks. I've also heard stories from satisfied customers of mid-2000s Laserjets who have owned them for 15 years and have never once had to change the toner. Those things were built like tanks. I invaded Poland using nothing but an HP Laserjet M255DW and a bucket full of Mark C. A trash receptacle with a foot pedal to open the lid. I had this ducking round garbage can with a spinny top thing that was annoying as hell. Upgraded to a motion activated dual one from Costco and it's amazing. An electric toothbrush. I was gifted a Sonica over 10 years ago and will never go back to a manual toothbrush. When I've had to use a manual toothbrush, I feel like a caveman and my teeth never feel as clean. I also got gifted a Sonica and love it. A $150 plus toothbrush is not something I think I would have been able to justify buying for myself. But now that I have it, I don't think I can go back. I also inherited a Hydro Floss not long after that, and between the two I haven't had a cavity in over 10 years. A good mattress. My wife and I bought a $1,300 king-size mattress a few months ago. Every single night, we lay on it and praise it. Best purchase ever. My parents bought me a nice queen mattress with a new bed frame for Christmas a couple years ago. Couple that with some nice sheets, a ridiculously comfy comforter and some luxurious memory foam pillows, and you've got yourself sleep heaven. It's really hard to get out of bed every day. High quality soap. I don't mean like going to Bath and Body Works and getting real smelly stuff, but like paying the $10 for 3 bars of Cetaphil body soap. Lasts long and your skin won't dry all to hell. And for me, no horrific allergic reaction to anything. Does Cetaphil leave a film when you rinse? I gave up bar soaps because I couldn't find one that rinsed clean. It doesn't. It actually rinses really clean for me. But if you're wary of bar soap, they do have a body wash version. I just tend to overuse it if it's the body wash. A top floor apartment. They usually cost more than a downstairs apartment, but not having to listen to footsteps and plumbing noises is worth the extra cost. I'm in the opposite camp. Not having to lug things upstairs is worth being on the ground floor to me. I really need new knees, too bad our insurance is shit. While I like the top floor, if I had the choice I would have picked bottom, because for all the downsides of the bottom, I wish I had a place where I could jump around in private. I tell myself I would do so many more fitness things. At home dance classes and stuff. As it is though, sure there's a lot of no impact exercises I can do on the top floor that I'm currently slacking on. A good chef knife. I've been using mine for about 4 years now and it still keeps its edge. May cost $200, but it's worth it instead of having to buy one every year. Victorinox Fibrex is nothing to sneeze at. $32.90 for an 8-foot chef's on Amazon right now. That, plus a sharpening stone and a few tutorials is all anyone needs for a razor sharp kitchen knife that will last many years. Came here to say this. I bought one after much research and love it. It's my daily driver and I would not want any other knife to replace it for its style and shape. Do I want more exclusive knives too? Certainly. But then I want a delicate carbon blade or something specific. I would not replace my Victorinox. Get one. Hondas. My husband bought a 2005 Honda brand new off the lot. He drove it to 2018. It had 342k miles on it. It was still running, and we gave it to a friend when we replaced that car with a new CRV. Friend drove it for about 6 months until the car finally gave up the ghost. Worth every single penny. My car is a 2002 Honda Civic, and I'm pretty sure it was all of my siblings' first car before it got to me. It has 300,000 miles, and it's still pumping. Spotify Premium. I use it daily and shuffle it around all the time and skip around a lot. I also don't get ads. It's $10.81 a month. But considering I've been listening to it for about 8 hours today, I'd say it's a pretty good deal. I have my son's nap time music on mine. $10 a month is worth it. It really is, especially since that 8 just turned into 11. Because I'm a college kid who just realized all of her deadlines are in the next few days. That's less than $1 an hour. Just for today. Good coffee beans. Good tea. For all of you tea purists. Any recommendations for a tea noob? I drink a lot of Lady Grey, Darjeeling, and Constant Comment. Condoms. 2020 is no year for having kids. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.